Mountains, Trees, Plants, and Flowers of Swaziland is the third book in my three-book Africa series. It is written much like an encyclopedia and therefore referred to as nonfiction. The inside pages are from the original Shutterfly version, and the words in this book are actually quite different. So I have made a decision to read it as you see it. Are you ready to learn? Mountains, Trees, Plants, and Flowers of Swaziland. Mary K. Worth. A Month in Africa, May 2014, showed me just how beautiful it is in this very small country called Swaziland. Guides and friends taught me about the people, the animals, and the land. May in the Southern Hemisphere is fall. This book is about the land and their fall growing season. Miliwani Wildlife Reserve. There are places in Swaziland where kings can see their whole kingdom. It is easy to see why it is called Valley of the Heavens. Swaziland is a landlocked country. Most of its borders touch South Africa. A small northeast piece borders the African country of Mozambique. Eucalyptus trees. This kind of eucalyptus tree grows very tall. The bark sheds, making the trees look white. The scent in this forest as we drove to the top of the mountain during a sunset safari was wonderful. Execution Rock. A visit to the famous granite peak, given the name of Execution Rock, was part of our sunset safari at the Miliwani Wildlife Reserve. It is where Swazis who tried witchcraft or broke tribal laws were forced to walk off the edge at spear point for their crimes. After British settled in Swaziland, the practices stopped. Lebambo Mountains. There are so many mountains in the southern part of Africa. They are rugged. The leaves are off because it is fall. Flowers bloom here when it is cooler and it has rained. Savanna acacia tree. The trees in Swaziland have to be able to live where it gets very hot. Animals use the savanna acacia trees for shade in the very hot, dry summers. Umbrella thorn acacia tree. This tree is another favorite place for animals to find shade in the hot weather months. Teak tree. Teak wood is very strong. It is used for building homes and boats. Sausage tree. Guide Valentine told that the sausage tree got its name because of the big seeds hang like sausages. These big seed pods were 9 inches long and almost 2 inches thick. People do not eat these pods, but many animals do. Marula tree. In the peak growing season, The yellow fruit of the marula tree is delicious. Many animals, including small birds and big elephants, gather to eat the sweet fruit. Buffalo thorn. David, another safari guide, taught about Africans who still take a piece from a bush like this buffalo thorn to the elders for prayer, safety, and healing. Mimosa tree. The leaves of the mimosa tree are so soft that they can be used for toilet paper. Avocado tree. Before traveling to Swaziland, I did not know that avocados grew on trees. This tree was in the backyard of my house on Indiglizi Street in Mabani. It is a very tall tree. A flower buds that grows into the fruit of this tree, the avocado. Palm trees. Palm trees are common in Swaziland. Some are tall, some are short. Some are thin, some are fat. Each one has different flowers. African tulip tree. The blossoms of the African tulip tree are not only pretty, but fun. Every flower bud fills with a watery nectar as it grows. If you squeeze the buds just right, they can become a squirt gun to use when you chase your friends. Pineapples. Big fields of pineapples grow close to the ground. They are all cut by hand, and many are exported to countries around the world. Sugarcane. Sugarcane is another big export crop. Like the pineapples, fields are still all cut with machetes. Poinsettia. In the northern hemisphere, we decorate with poinsettia plants during the winter holidays. In Swaziland, they grow outside as big as trees. Plants. In winter, it gets very cold in the mountains of Swaziland, but many plants can bloom in the lowlands. Fields are planted and harvested by hand. A. Bird of paradise. B. Flowering quince. C. Maize after harvest. D. Papyrus reeds. E. Pampas grass. Plants. In winter, it gets very cold in the mountains of Swaziland, but many plants can bloom in the lowlands. Fields are planted and harvested by hand. A. Bird of paradise. B. Flowering quince. C. Maize after harvest. D. Papyrus reeds. E. Pampas grass. Think about it. What hemispheres and countries would you like to visit? Why? Which have you eaten? Pineapple, maize, avocado, marula, sugarcane? What did you learn new about Swaziland, Africa? Pick something interesting to do your own Swaziland research. What did you choose? For this final page, I'm only going to read the 2 paragraphs next to my picture. About the author: child of God, grandma, mother, daughter, sister, friend, teacher, principal, superintendent, professor, traveler, storyteller, photographer, actor, musician, author, and a person with disabilities. In addition to original text, most often inspired by true stories, the photos in all her books are her own. Technology has added the ability to design and bring a vision to life. Mary Kay's dream includes inspiring educators and students to tell stories, write, illustrate, design, and share. So this is the end of my 3-book series on Africa. Remember, Swaziland has a new name. It is now called Eswatini. I have more published books. I'll next be out with the train ones. Choo choo! See you later.